Thank you. Thank you for everyone. Hello. Especially Klaus and Karen for inviting me for this project. It's a very exciting project. I've never done a banner like this before. And in fact, there are many things which I do work with actually. I trained as a painter, but I do also work with installations, video, and so many other mediums. I don't know, probably I'll just start with one particular video which actually, if you have seen the banners here, that's something which has come out from the video, basically. These are the stills from the video work. Just a brief about me. I'm from India. I'm from the south of India. I'm from a place called Kerala, which is almost the extreme south of India, if you are aware of the map. And I moved to Delhi when in 95. It's almost like 16 years I've been staying in Delhi. In fact, I do also grew up in a village, not like this, somewhat similar, not, this is little more, less populated, but, But when you move to a big city like Delhi or Bombay or any other part in our country, so it's always, it's even we are quite alien to that place, and we are quite, shocked by the kind of human presence as well as factors which really kind of hits you hard, because it's when you live in a very small place, you don't know much about, you don't think much about your living. But when you get a place like Delhi, it's actually a microcosm of the whole India in one sense, because of the people coming from all part of India, and they all come from largely for the migrant laborers in the sense, we all go there to work and earn. That we don't get it otherwise in any of the small towns. So that more or less that's the case with most of the places in the world. But in the character, Delhi has a special character, because Delhi also was a place where initially, during the time of the partition, when the India was divided between India and Pakistan, so many people fled from the Pakistan side to India to settle in India. So it's also in the sense, therefore it's more like a refugee city. So there is always an aggression towards things which happens in the city. It's a rude city at the same time. I love the city because of so many other things. So there are so many other creative engagement also. You find it there. It's just a general background of the city. But I've been interested to observe the nature of the city as well as the social layers and hierarchy, which somehow you can see it on the very nature of its existence. So what you see that there is the class hierarchy as well as a caste, which you are probably aware of, but I don't know how to put it all in one, because it's a very complex thing as such. But what you see also, the new development in the city, where there are people coming and taking over the places, and these multinational corporates building over in peripheries, and therefore the city expands in one sense. And on the other hand, there is also a local existence of where the local people, those who inhabit in the city, are also pushed from the center to the peripheries because they can't live there anymore. And it is also a phenomena common to most of the big cities. So with that, when I look at and see the architectural models and as well as the existence of human life in the city, this is a kind of major concern. I've been working for more than 10 years, I would say. So this particular one, I did a video called Let It Be. It's actually, as you see, there's canon and these building structures. It works more like a symbolic, it has a symbolic meaning in the sense you see at one point you resist the invasion. And on the other hand, the invaders are also not, they are aware of the fact, so they kind of persist. So in one sense, it's no more a world which was much innocent before. It's like, everyone knows what is happening. But doing that, we all know that, we have to somehow exist and resist. So somewhat, this is a kind of idea which I was trying to portray through this particular work. So I will show this video just to get an idea. So you exactly know what actually was the main work. Then the stills were extracted from the video, was shown here. I'll stop it here. It just goes on like this for another summer. There are more shootings coming in. Now it's some more general work, which I have a presentation. I'll just show some of the works, and also I have more videos, short ones. This one was, as it is titled, "Absence of an Architect." This was almost the first solo show I did in Delhi in 2007. This was actually it was a show basically based on Delhi as a city. So what you see in this, it's a painting done on canvas. What you see here is a map of Delhi. It's its vault. When the things are out, and what you see, the stream over there is the Yamuna River. In fact, during this 2004-5 onwards, there was a declaration of the Commonwealth Games, which was going to happen in Delhi. So there were many things happening, and there was also people were trying to, mainly the authorities were trying to clean up the city a bit because of the incoming of Commonwealth. so I was kind of reacting. There was also a Supreme Court order that there were illegal constructions all over had to be removed by whichever way. So there were many people, they kind of destroyed the houses, and which was, obviously there were, many of them were illegal for sure, but then they destroyed and removed it. I mean, that was one thing which it just kind of, while I was working for this exhibition, it struck me a lot. So many of these are in reflection of these kind of demolition and making a new city. That's what was part of this work. This is another one which is titled, because then there was also, people started saying that there was an alternate, there was a map of the city, which there is a master plan, but no one knew where it was and what it is like. So I thought of maybe I could assume some of the master plans, like how it can be. So this is a court which I designed. So you could see the labyrinth. You go in and you will never come out. That's the justice. And Delhi also has many cities, and it has been a place existed thousands of years back. So therefore, there are many myths and histories kind of connected to it. And there is also layers of history in which you could see layers of the city. But mostly because of our typical lifestyle, we can't see much of the layers because of the hoardings or many other things, cobble wires or many other things. So we are obstructed to see many things in it. So, so I've been kind of going around and taking photographs of the place. I mean, some of the photographs are also in the show, just to see a different perspective of the city by looking it from different point of views. And there were architectural models which were quite intriguing, and there were some of them which you don't even see that it exists because you can't get close to it. But once you know that there is something like that structure is there, then you can obviously go and have a look. And many of these drawings are spontaneously done. It's just, without kind of making any graph or proper plan. It's a start from one side and it grows like the way city grows organically in our part. There is not much of a planning. This is something like a bulldozer, at the same time an apartment complex. I also do many of these drawings have become sculptures and photographs as well. So I've done some of these are the sculptural versions also. This is called Delhi Mall. Actually, here you see many of the monuments in Delhi. One is the Parliament House, one is Humayun Tomb, and one is Qutub Minar. I don't know whether you are aware of any of these. So these were all done in different times in the history. So I put all of them together to make a Delhi Mall. It's actually a view from the old city, and it was taken from the minaret of Jama Masjid. It's one of the biggest mosque in Asia, made by Shah Jahan, one of the Mughal king. So you could climb up, and this is one shot from the old city from the minaret. These are, there are many colonial structures which you could see there, part of the British Empire. And recently, it's about 5-6 years ago, we also have a metro started in Delhi. So some of the areas, metro is an elevated metro. So you could see, you actually get another view of the city from doing it, going it, looking it from up. It's more of an aerial view.